If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
I don't have a game tonight. You don't have a game tonight. All hands on deck at Lori Darling's for karaoke. You in?
I got to spend a little time with my wife. I haven't seen her in about 4 months, so I'm going to spend a little time with her.
She probably wouldn't want you karaoke, and that's for sure.
That's for sure, absolutely.
Wow. The John Limbaugh Show brought to you by Lori Darling's in Fayetteville, Alabama. You can get that fish special every Friday and Saturday night. All fish you can eat, plus 2 trimmings, just $12.99. That's at Lori Darling's in Fayetteville, Alabama. What a way to end the season, 2 straight wins.
Absolutely. Our kids really turned it up a notch and really started playing the kind of ball I thought they would play all year long. But they looked good and had fun doing it.
Yeah, first touchdown. Look at this extra point now. This is pretty cool.
Absolutely. We try to get a little something going every now and then. You know?
Did you pull that out of the hat? Was that planned or what?
Well, you know, during the season, we always have some special plays and things like that. And that was a great play right there.
Yeah, he just picked his pocket, didn't he?
Blake, absolutely. Good defensive play right there. I believe you're going to see the
How many interceptions this guy had this year?
7, I believe it was. I believe it was 7. John Dalton did a great job for us last week, and he said a great run right there by Luke White. Luke White's going to bring a lot to the table for us next year. There was a great little play right there off of a fire. Now, we intended to kick that ball, but that ball got dropped, and so we ended up going fire with that one. But our kids, I thought they played a great defensive game, had a great defensive stand down there, seemed to knock him out right there, but they called that one in, but that's okay.
Well, that's right.
That's okay.
It looked like the football was a hot potato at times.
Right, it was. But, you know, Vincent and of course, B.B. Comer both have great football teams, and we're glad to get a victory those last 2 games. I just next year is going to be a different year. We've already got 55 signed up for next year. Wow. People are excited about football there. The kids are, and we'll have a great team on the field next year. We'll win a lot of football games.
How does winning the final 2 games of the season, though you're not making the playoffs,
right,
but a team that you beat, Vincent, is in the playoffs tonight. How does that strengthen your position of getting your kids mentally prepared to look to next year?
Well, it shows them that every game is important. You know, Vincent's going because they beat a Winterburg team that has 6 wins. So we had a non-region game, which, you know, if you beat Horseshoe Bend region game, you're in. But we had a non-region game against Holy Spirit. They've got a winning record. If we win that game, we were in instead of Vincent. We were that close this year, but it didn't materialize. But winning those last 2 games sets a foundation, and the kids know what they can accomplish, and it's been turned around. The last 2 games, the kids turned that corner we were looking for. I wished it had been against Woodland, game 1, but it had been game 9 before we turned that corner.
Oftentimes it's said that kids have short memories. They can rebound and just get to the next point. Was that even brought up about last year's overtime loss to B.B. Comer? Not
really. Last year's last year. I don't ever dwell on the past. Neither does our football team. Of course, they remember that. They've been wanting to beat Comer for quite some time. We've had some tough luck against Comer of recently, but our kids are resilient. They really are. And when I hear other coaches talk about they've lost their kids, hadn't had a team at Fayetteville yet, we lost. They will work from day 1 of the fall to the last day, whether we're in the playoffs or not. They will work. They'll always be at practice, and that's what I love about our kids. They have a good work ethic.
John Dalton Pate is one of those guys that just seems to be most every time at the right place at the right time.
Well, he's a headhunter. You know, he's accountable. He likes to hit. He likes to go after him. He likes to be where that football is because he knows that's where the action is. His brother Cody played for me, and now John Dalton is graduating. This will be the first time next year that I've ever coached at Fayetteville, and I have a Pate on the team, and it's tough to deal with right now.
Well, maybe there's a bloodline across somewhere you can continue.
Absolutely.
But other young men who played well against B.B. Comer last Friday night.
There's a plethora of them. You know, Blake Manchin, you saw him defensively and offensively really control the tempo of the game. His passes were accurate. Luke White, he really has a burst of speed. He's very quick. Kason Gardner really came on. I thought our line blocked tremendously well. Senior Rhett Hayes, you can see him on film just continuing to block. So I was really pleased. Trevor DeLoach, I just keep naming kids here, that played a good ball game.
Well, B.B. Comer on the short end, the score against Fayetteville. Fayetteville won their last 2 games of the season. And when Coach Limbaugh came in, I said, "Hey, let's continue to play. You're on a hot streak here."
Well, we really wish we could, and we were looking forward to it. Our plans the whole year were going to the playoffs, but it just didn't materialize. We could have beat Horseshoe Bend. We ended up at 3-7 on the year, but 4-6 would have been a lot better than in the playoffs. But we could have easily been 7-3. But I think we've turned that corner now. Our kids understand. They know this new set of kids coming in. It's going to be fun.
Let's talk about 2018. We'll recap that and look ahead to 19. The Coach John Limbaugh Show continues after this.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
We believe everybody should have a great night's sleep. That's why you have to check out our Scott Living mattress collection today. Quality, comfort, and a lot of ease. Dream big.
Introducing Scott Living Mattresses. For a limited time, save up to $1,000 on any Scott Living mattress set, plus 24-month special financing when you buy a Scott Living mattress set. Now is the best time to save up to $1,000 on a Scott Living mattress set.
Come in today to check out these and many more great deals. King's Mattress Outlet, Sylacauga.
Seemed like August was just yesterday, and it's flown by. The season is complete now, with the Fayetteville Wolves closing their season with a win over B.B. Comer to finish at 3-7. Let's take a minute and look at some of the highlights of the 2018 season and what you consider to be maybe a turning point or two of the year.
Well, really, we started off the whole deal by going to Fort McClellan, and had a great time there, and the kids learned a lot. It was a lot of work, and we did a lot of good 7-on-7 work. We played against Leeds, teams like that, did quite well in our 7-on-7 work at Sanford and other spots that we went to. Looking back on that, I think next year we're going to go to Jack State to that football camp. I wish I'd gone to the Jack State camp this year because they do a really good job there. So it's an FCA camp also, so we have a great time at that. But highlights this year, every week our team, I thought, accomplished certain goals. We just didn't get them all together in the bowl at one time during some of our ball games. A couple of ball games were big letdowns. I thought we didn't play at all in a couple of the games. But toward the end of
that's games like that, that's disappointing. That you prepare and just for whatever reason just doesn't work that night.
Now I got about 6 or 7 hours of sleep the whole week following the Thorsby game. I thought it was the worst game we played all year. We weren't mentally prepared for their speed. But anyway, we're looking forward to next year because those last 2 games really set a tone. I think the Horseshoe Bend game where we had so many turnovers and things got rough on us there, and every point that they scored, we gave it to them, every one of them. So that showed us right there we can't make those mistakes. We've got to be disciplined. We've got to execute our offense. And we worked on it in practice that week, and they came out against Vincent, did just that.
Well, you're losing a group of seniors that have played their last game at Fayetteville High School.
I lose seniors every year. But this is a great group that they came a long ways, and I'm going to miss every one of them. There's not one of our seniors that I'm not going to miss. I hate that Darian Cook missed his senior year with a torn ACL.
He would have been such a key for you guys.
Such a key guy for us there. And, John Dalton Pace meant so much to our program for so many years. Rhett Hayes, just a great kid. Lucas Bird, he did some great things for us. And then Zach Roberts. Now, Zach will play at the next level. He's already got a scholarship offer from Huntington, so he's going to play somewhere. So we're looking forward to going and watching them on Saturday.
And there are those seniors, Coach, that, you know, they weren't stellar athletes. They weren't polished and skilled at their positions. But doggone, they made a great impact.
Absolutely. Seniors are huge to any program when you got the right seniors. The wrong ones can be detrimental, but the right ones are credit to the program. But, you know, we only had those 5 seniors this year, so the future's very, very bright. Looking forward to it.
Speaking of the future, football season ended Friday. Where are we now for the next several months?
Well, today we're having a signing for Natalie Rich, a softball player who's signing with CAC today at 2 o'clock in our school's media center. So we're very excited about her and her future and the future of our softball program. They're doing great things. Right now, our bowling team is out there, and the bowling team is doing great. And we're excited about what they're doing. But our basketball started last night at Coosa Central with the JV program. The girls won. The boys did not, but played well and played hard. You know, Coosa Central is always good in basketball. And then on Tuesday, Mark Reed makes his debut with our Wolves on Tuesday night against Victory Christian. The boys and the girls will play starting at 5 o'clock for the girls.
Do you try to, as athletic director, try to get to many of these games and matches as you can?
I try to get to every single one that I possibly can because it's not just important for the kids to see me there. It's important because I enjoy watching our kids because I love our kids. I love to see us accomplish goals. I love to see us win ball games, but I love to see those kids compete because when those Wolves get together as a pack and they're really competing, they do a great job.
Fantastic. And we lost a great supporter of Fayetteville Wolves Athletics in the passing of Billy Hay last week, too.
Broke my heart to hear about Billy, and I talked with him just a couple of weeks before his homegoing, and we spoke and just we're always very cordial and always enjoyed speaking with him and the things that he did for our program. I remember about 3 years ago, I was, of course, going around soliciting donations like coaches have to do. Worst part of my job. But greeting the people is a good part of it. I don't like it. But he was so nice, and he came in, he said, "What do you need?" And he started going through his surplus store. He gave us all kind of medical supplies. He probably gave us $500 worth of medical supplies, and it was just a big help to our program. We're still using some of the things that he gave us. So he's a great guy.
No doubt about it. Well, the football season is completed. You've got a group that's coming back. I'm assuming that the schedule will be the same next year as it is this year?
Yes, so the thing about the schedule next year is 6 away games, 4 home. So we'll miss
you enjoyed that ride this year.
That's right. We enjoyed that ride, but we'll miss one home game, and that's a big boost for our programs. Any home game to sell those tickets, and but we'll be just fine. But if you take our schedule and flip flop it, that's exactly what we got next year.
And finally, we want to say thanks to your staff, your assistant coaches, and those volunteers that were out there day in and day out, right by your side, helping to make the Wolves successful.
Well, those guys know how much I love and appreciate them. They're absolutely awesome. Mark Reed's a great friend, but a great coach. Wouldn't know what to do without him and all the guys that serve our football program. And even let's talk about some people that don't get a lot of recognition. They should, is our band. Eric Klaus, our band director, does a great job with those guys. And she even has some band members from Auburn University come in this year and play at one of the games, which that's pretty awesome right there. But also our cheerleader program with Melissa Robertson, those girls, they're whatever the weather is, they're right there with us cheering, and we need that support, and they do a great job in our administration. Amy Smith and Michael Pinson and Lindsay Key, they're awesome administrators and do a great job. We're always at the ball games there to lend support.
And works hand in glove. You know,
Absolutely.
That's the way it should work. Go Wolves, and Coach Limbaugh, thanks for being with us this season. We look forward to 2019, sir.
Looking very forward to it.
All right, we've got more Daybreak just ahead.